Dearest, gentle reader, player, gamer. The new season has arrived and wedding bells have rung. But have they rung true? The church may have difficulty this year finding any couple worth bestowing the title Divine Lovers upon. Usually, the honor goes to an upstanding couple that not only supports the church and crown, but, most importantly, is a true love match. Our newest couples vying for the title are odd, to say the least. Duke Fitzwilliam Crumpet, who is as dry as his namesake, unbuttered, has been scorned by his previously betrothed. She has broken the engagement and quickly united with an actor, if the act is to be believed. Perhaps she bored of watching paint dry. Our spurned bachelor has also surprised the town with a new beau, but perhaps not as much as his proclaimed love match has, a one Ferrus Scarthorn. Previously known for their daring moves on the chessboard, they are now seemingly content to sit in the quiet home of the Duke. Perhaps finally learning from the bishop they so often play with, Farah has renounced a life of revelry to instead devote themselves to the church. We will see how long that lasts. But these two are not the oddest contenders for the title of Divine Lovers. Known for their ghostly and, pardon me, but truly ghastly sense of style, Viscount Violet Crowblossom is finally off the market, after many seasons of her family attempting to tame her tastes. The Viscount's wife, a young upstart Mira Meta, is as charming as they come. But does she really care for Viscount Crowblossom, or does she have an ulterior motive, perchance to fix her horrendous wardrobe? And where exactly does this Mira come from? She may find herself with more than she bargained for. What secrets do these couples hide? Who will win the title of Divine Lovers? All will be revealed, dearest gentle reader, player, and gamer, as we watch them focus their eyes on the prize this season.
Play revolves around your appearances together at society events, beginning with your debut as a newly married couple.
Oh, did not read
So
that.
this is for sure the first time that we have been out. We're starting with setting the scenes and introductions, who's there, what's going on at tonight's festivities, and how it aligns with our plots. But very exciting. I think that, of course, this would be at like the first ball of the season, no?
Yes.
Something to celebrate the harvest.
Do we think that perhaps the like church does a beginning of the season and then an end of the season?
Yes.
And this is
So
just
we
to like start.
I love that. So how we could spend like a year together? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that?
We can do, yeah.
Yeah, we can
I
do
need
that.
to think of my ex's name. I think I'm gonna do Amber.
The old flame.
Amber, who I do not care for. And their new partner, Simone.
They'll probably be there tonight.
Absolutely.
And
So
I'm Jeremy Wayne.
we must have our game faces on. Remember, we are in love.
Everything's
We're
a
happily
game.
married.
It's all chess. The face is always there.
It's going to be wonderful. Okay.
Check.
Violet, I've written down my marks here for the evening to show face. We can just kind of talk business with them. But if you have anybody you would like to go together and talk to as a couple with, I'm fine with that.
Don't worry. They'll be coming to us when they see my first dress of the season.
Well, color me excited then.
Well, I'm in it right now.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Isn't
Very
it?
dark.
And we're in our little carriages going to the party. This is the carriage talk.
Oh, yeah.
We're going.
Carriage
It's
talk.
like, we have to be aware of the members of the church that are going to be at the party and how we might be able to impress them. We have to be aware of where Amber is. And then other than that, we just need to not make fools of ourselves.
Understood. And show ourselves to be very disciplined. Perhaps a prayer before a meal. That could be nice.
Prayer before
Opening
a meal.
move.
I do think the way that the church usually goes for it, it is not the discipline in itself, but there is like the piety and the love between the partners. So definitely like holding hands during the prayer, a united front throughout.
Wait, we hold each other's hand, or I'm holding my hands. Like I feel
We hold each other's hand during the prayer to show a united front.
Let's do it. We'll stay away from Amber, and we'll make a great splash, and it'll be fantastic. I can't wait.
Do I have anything in my teeth? Tell me I don't have anything in my teeth.
You've got these little white things. They're called teeth. What are we talking about?
Oh, you scared me for a second. Okay, we should be good. I'm not forgetting
They look a little too bright, in my opinion. You ought to brush less.
That's music to my ears. Thank you. We'll find a dark corner and then lure people in like an anglerfish.
They'll find us.
They'll find us.
Okay, we want to grab cards.
Yes.
Yay!
Should we make like little announcements of people like, and here is no, it will be
And here
announced.
the newly married couple. Yeah, it depends on what our cards are, I think. Okay.
Yes. We're pulling up to the event, and we flash to inside. Who would like to draw first?
I'd like the Duke to go. Show us how it's done. Let's get that right.
Awesome. Pulling it out. Immediately, I have drawn a face card. Which means we are jumping in to a marital event.
Oh, well, and so this is the first time we've seen each other in months, so it probably is a little awkward.
Is this for us or is this for y'all?
This is for y'all. So
Incredible.
typically, if we were in person, we might have some pieces of paper and then we pull from a hat, but it's numbers 1 through 12. So I'm just going to roll a d12. Or if y'all want to roll.
I have a d12 right here. I will roll it.
My lord. Number 3, my lord.
I got a 5.
Great. I'll quickly read from the marital trials.
5 is your ex is here.
Incredible. Your ex is here. God fucking damn it. Both partners roll a d8. The one with the lower roll just saw their ex walk in. If you roll doubles, you've both dated them.
Oh!
Ow. Why? What happened?
That'd be crazy. I got a 7.
I got a 2.
So your ex just
walked in.
Salazar.
We were expecting to see Amber. We weren't necessarily expecting to see Salazar.
And so now we role play the scenario, or how does this?
Yes.
And based on that,
I think we roll first. I think we both roll just from the numbers. We've got between a 16 all the way down to a 2. I think we both roll another d8 and add them together.
Okay. Oh, and noted that marital trial 5 is out. We cannot have 5 again, right? Because it would be drawing it from a hat.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I think y'all use the rolls.
I don't know if that's true because you use you don't always roll a d8. Well,
so both partners roll a d8. Both partners roll a d8, and most of the trials, there's always somebody rolling a d8.
Yeah.
So do we just keep? I rolled a 7. You rolled a 2. We add them together. That's 9. From 8 to 10.
Oh yeah, I think that works.
You recite the planned lies, and everyone is satisfied and vaguely charmed. How do you stop yourself from looking bored while you do so? Do you want to nominate our fellow players here to be Salazar? And is Salazar with anyone, do you think?
Oh, Salazar, he was a seafaring, very charming. I think we both had the same good qualities, which is why we ended up not working out. And so I would imagine Salazar is with someone who I've never seen before and undoubtedly is incredibly attractive.
Cool. Could one of you play Salazar, please? In this scenario?
I would be more than obliged.
Did you say that Salazar came alone? I didn't hear that part. Okay.
LOL.
Salazar's
I would be
character.
shocked if Salazar was here alone. It would show some
Salazar's with
growth.
a hot hot like piece.
Can I be that?
He's a player.
Yeah. So
All right.
So wait, what's this situation? It's 8 to 10?
the situation is that everyone is satisfied and vaguely charmed, but we have to stop ourselves from looking bored while we do. Like we have to navigate that. Also, we get +2 plot and -2 affection, which because we're at a 0 right now, that becomes suspicion. So this is going to end with us being a little bit suspicious and moves the plot along.
I thought it said -1 suspicion +2 plot. Am I looking at the wrong spot?
Oh shit, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at the wrong one.
yes.
Sorry.
And what'll be interesting, we kind of skipped over this in the read episode, but essentially those 3 stats in the beginning are all related to each other in their negatives as well. So by the end of the scene, you're actually going to not be suspicious at all. But the negative suspicion
Is
you can't
plus
add-
affection, right?
it's actually plus plot.
Plus
Your
plot.
ruse is going swimmingly. The time and energy that would have been consumed juggling all those questions and displays of affection are instead spent on your shared machinations. Meanwhile, negative affection means plus suspicion, and negative plot means plus affection. Fuck the plan. We love each other.
Love it.
So,
Oh,
if you're
and
not
I was full on reading the wrong description. I was on a different thing. So this is no fuss, no muss. You're so normal. You're very, very normal about it. So normal that everyone gets a little bit bored. Ravenous crowd that had gathered in hopes of seeing some kind of absolute meltdown disperses. This is great because we're religious.
Of course. Of
Yes.
course.
Oh, I don't believe we've met.
reaches out, strong, firm handshake, rough.
And right back, just slightly less firm.
Ah,
Just ever so slightly less firm. I've heard many wonderful things from my beloved.
I haven't heard much about you yourself. But
Well, we don't talk much, so that would be why you don't hear
course.
too much about it. So
of
My
course,
don't act too
understanding.
surprised now. And please introduce me to your latest escort. Let's get that
Well,
right.
let's introduce you to the lovely Viscountess Lily. Please.
Hello, I am Lily Bedfeather. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Are the two of you engaged?
I grab Lily's hands from behind her, slowly lifting up her left hand to show a beautiful ring.
Oh,
We recently got it. I'm afraid in my seafaring voyages, I stumbled across some treasures along the way, and this ring I couldn't pass up the opportunity to dress you up, darling.
Isn't it beautiful?
It truly is so charming. These days, I really don't take notice of much material things. I'm very devoted to the church at this point. So, yes, me and Duke both are. So,
yes.
Oh, how
we're-
noble and pious of you.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yes, Farah
very.
has really taught me a lot, and I feel like we've learned from each other to the point where yes, we don't really, notice these things.
I didn't even actually notice it at all. If you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have
Is
even
that
seen
topaz?
it there. Is that
Is
right?
that topaz on the a good
Sturdy
A
material.
good
sturdy,
eye. Yes.
reasonable?
Sturdy.
It's my birthstone.
Ah,
Oh, delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see you have champagne. We won't be partaking tonight. No.
Oh,
But
that's a real shame.
Oh, the shame is all yours. The shame is all yours.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind partaking in whatever cruditats they have, though. So, excuse
yes.
me.
I've heard they have crumpets.
Oh, no relation. We really must be going.
We've just arrived.
Great.
Lily Salazar.
Such a
Excellent
pleasure.
to meet you. I hope to see you at later events in the season.
It will be a pleasure continuing to meet you, Mr. Duke. And Farah.
Oh, the
one
name
moment.
is Crumpet. I am Duke
No relation.
Crumpet.
No
No
relation.
relation. Yes.
It's confusing.
I see.
You see, there are two crumpet families.
Yes,
I
yes.
believe I'll be going to have a crumpet now Some relation. Yes, relation.
Oh, they do say that joking allows the devil in. But I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your night. My beloved and I will go have a bite to eat.
Love
What a
it.
strange couple.
The strangest of the night, I believe.
And the crowd is tittering, and the crowd is saying, like, what a strange couple, but so devout.
So devout.
So devout.
I'm
The
surprised
crowd is
myself.
actually not interested in this interaction at all because it's so normal.
Well, we got
was.
+3 plot, so maybe the crowd isn't interested, but maybe somebody,
Mm.
one of the church members,
man upstairs.
is noticing. Yes.
+3 or +2?
A total
Oh,
of
minus
+3 because
suspicion.
-1 suspicion.
Awesome.
Yes.
And it didn't come up, but Salazar used to call me his seafarer.
Uh,
Yeah.
Damn.
Like seafarer, listeners.
I have such a hard time saying that word.
Seafarer?
Fairer.
Seafaring.
Seafaring.
Yeah,
Draw us a card.
That was really hilarious. Okay.
that was awesome.
Huge success.
Huge
We're
success.
so gonna win. The divine lovers.
Violet,
Okay.
a card
so
perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I put the card back in. Bug. Not supposed to do that.
What
It was
card
the
was it?
king of something.
It was a king of
Spades?
clubs.
Clubs.
What'd you get?
Oh, okay, good. An ace of clubs.
Ooh.
That's not a face card.
Nope.
Lovely.
It is in conversation. Something is innocently mentioned that, in the context of it all, makes you both burst into laughter. What is it? How do you explain what's so funny? Interesting. And then +1 affection, +1 suspicion.
Well, that would require us to think about where we're kind of in sync. I think we're laughing at somebody stupid.
Yeah.
Are we talking to Salazar?
I think that's good.
I kind of like that.
Do you want one of us to be Salazar?
Yes, that'd be nice.
Would you rather be Salazar or the hot babe? Is the hot babe gonna be there?
Lily.
Of course.
Or do you want some? Okay,
Oh.
Lily.
I'll
Yeah.
take Lily.
Okay. What was Salazar's voice? He's a seafarer.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of loose.
How peculiar.
Okay, and remember, you have to be funny. So
Well, we don't have
find
to
one.
make a
Context.
joke.
I
of it
know.
all.
In fact, I actually think I know exactly what's going to make y'all bust out of laughter.
Okay, I'll let you lead then. How about we say that like y'all walk in right after this dies down, so then like Salazar and Lily
Yes.
turn around.
Mm-hmm.
And entering the ball, we have. Let me pull up your names: Viscount Violet Crowblossom and Mira Crowblossom.
Clap, 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 clap.
Hello. Excellent to meet you. I am Salazar of the Sea.
Oh, hello. A pleasure to meet you. Do bow. Wearing a beautiful, brilliant, like seafoam colored dress, frilly, lace in all the right places, bombshell at the ball.
And I've got sort of almost looks like feathers, long black dress, only black, and these long black gloves on as well.
Oh, how tragic. Has someone passed in your family?
Is that a laugh? Is that a laughing matter?
Um,
Are you making fun of my bride?
no, not at all. Not at all. It's a question I suppose we get sometimes. And no, it's similar to your lovely decor. Violet here just loves the color of the night sky, of beautiful ink wells, and
Of the crows as they fly.
Yes, it
yes,
seems like you two are very in sync on that.
Peculiar.
Peculiar.
Our styles complement each other.
Like the night sky and then I guess the sea.
Yeah.
Yes.
and you would know so much about that, Salazar.
Oh, of course.
Seeing as so I've heard, despite being a sea voyager, you can't swim.
Who told you that?
Is that true?
Uh,
Salazar!
That's crazy. That's crazy. Dogs
lunacy.
can't swim. I'm on ships all the time. If I couldn't swim, why would I go on a ship?
How dare you? I must depart from this.
Yes,
Mhm.
this
You've
is
upset me
ridiculous.
greatly.
I hope you've got your land legs back.
Well,
Please, Salazar.
I do declare, yes. Shall we go get some crumpets, as was the plan before we got off
I
track?
forgot about that, please.
Yes. Excuse me, my wife needs a crumpet.
Yes, of course. And immediately I look at Violet. Violet, I've already forgotten myself. I already started making fun of people.
I've already forgotten their names.
Ah!
And I think I laugh at the situation and then kind of freak out a little bit. Oh dear. Okay.
What I thought would make y'all laugh that it didn't actually get to is I thought she would show you the ring and y'all both just with your sense of fashion, like maybe would laugh at how
Oh.
hideous
Had a
it is or
topaz
something.
ring.
But then anyway, so
It was early. You're just so funny all the time.
You're just
well,
living
I
all
was
the
like,
time.
oh, now they're forcing this laugh because they think that's what I thought was.
And you're like, I had a better one. I had a better one.
I wasn't.
Run
I
it back,
wasn't.
run
I
it back,
wasn't
run it back.
petitioning
Run it
for the
back, run it
laugh.
It's also funny because this game, since it's played with 2 players, we're kind of inserting the role play aspect with
True.
taking on
We
different
love
characters.
to role play.
We love to role play. We can also just talk about it by ourselves. We don't have to force it.
However,
Well, hang on, because how do the game comes to a conclusion when?
so anytime that you have a score of 10 in either affection, plot, or suspicion, you roll to see if the game will end, essentially.
Okay.
And right now, we are even in both affection and suspicion.
You have 1 in each.
That's a couple.
Love it.
Oh,
Maybe if it's above a 10, we roleplay it or something. I don't know.
also, just to say, because we missed it, if anything also causes affection, you should chart it. So I'm trying to think if in our previous scene there was anything that I was like, delightful.
I mean, you definitely cracked me up with joking invites the devil.
Joking invites the devil
And
is
to
crazy.
be clear, I do want to say Fitzwilliam is not religious.
Yeah. It's just hard to know that he's kidding. But I think also the fact that you kind of like shocked Salazar and had, and this guise of like piety allows you to kind of be like rude to people to their face. But it's like, well, I'm saying the ethical thing. So I would say, yeah, that definitely like, it felt like more like we were an actual team than like a pretend team.
Especially since it was the first time that we've really been hanging out in a while, and all of a sudden we're face to face with your ex. Yeah,
The
I'm adding
carriage was
one
a little
to affection
awkward,
for us.
but as soon as we got into like interacting with other people and we had to team up, we really clicked.
Love it.
So for affection.
Or 1 for affection, since like we just get a token there, and then we have 3 for plot.
Oh,
right
my
now.
fault. Yes. 1 affection, 3 plot.
Cool.
Dope. I didn't
Next
feel
card,
anything.
Neither did I.
Cool. Next card. Would this be Farah? All right. We have drawn a face card.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh no. All right.
The Jack
roll
of
that
clubs.
D12.
I got a 3.
Oh my god.
5.
Holy shit.
No, that was
three.
just for selecting the scenario, the trial.
But
My
hold
fault.
on to that 5. Hold on to that 5
Hold on.
because we
You'll
will
need
have
it.
to roll.
Thank you.
We did.
Oh.
before, I think.
Yeah, yikes.
A
Here's
duel.
something that's awesome. Somebody has insulted your beloved, and if we're playing with 4 players, it came from the other pair. So we're already off to a great start. We've already insulted 1 couple. Each member of the partnership should roll a d8. The one who rolled the lower is the one insulted, and the one who rolled higher is the one tasked with defending their honor. And if you roll doubles, the insult was to the marriage itself, and all token changes are doubled.
Oh. What'd
You
roll?
rolled a 5. I rolled a
Don't say a
5.
5. Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Shit, the marriage!
Wait, what'd you roll? Oh, you both rolled 5.
Y'all
Yeah.
insulted our marriage as a
marriage.
union, which is an insult to God, by the way.
Yes.
So triple those points we're getting.
You both roll the 5.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. under the 10, it says, well, socially, this calls for a duel, so it's time to duel. The dueling partner rolls a d8. For a 1 to 4, you lose. You're humiliated, but at least you stood up for your spouse as expected, -2 suspicion. For a 5 to 8, you win, and the court at large hums approvingly, -2 suspicion, +2 plot, and each pair, if we're in 4 players, each pair gets to roll,
No.
gets the sub.
Yes.
Roll as a
each pair gets-
challenge.
Roll as a
Okay.
challenge.
So if we lose as a couple, we get the humiliated.
Is it like you roll and see who has the higher number?
Yes. So
Okay.
especially since it's okay, we rolled doubles, insult to your marriage itself. Who wants to duel?
Should we roll, or should we role play a little bit of the scenario and then
Yes.
roll at the end?
How did you insult us?
I
I
would
think
have to.
we got to go for the church, right? The church thing, because I think it's
That's the
I think it's
relationship.
like
So.
you two are not religious.
How dare you? Already an insult of the highest caliber. How could you even suggest that?
Let's get that right. Did you know that passing judgment is reserved for one soul and one soul only, and that is Christ himself?
Before you judge
False
the
prophet.
twig, the sliver in your neighbor's eye, you must
speck.
remove the log from your own,
Gargantuan.
or take my sword.
Duke Fitzwilliam, I've been trying to acquire the church property for a very long time. I've
Agreed.
been there very often. I didn't mean to truly insult you, but I just haven't seen you around.
Oh,
all I'm-
and one cannot pray in private. One cannot have a commune with the Lord above in the privacy of one's own home. No, dare say I. This is an insult, and I throw down my glove.
It sounds to me like you say many more words than you need.
My glove has been thrown. Who will stand against me?
I look very nervous.
If our God is for us, then who could stand against us?
I think I have like a sword as part of my outfit.
Holy
Oh,
fuck.
Okay, shall we duel?
I can step forward if you'd like.
Oh, you would like to go through with the duel?
I'm looking at my partner, my spouse. Would you like me to defend our honor?
I
To
gain
the
a plus. I gain a +1 token of affection as my heart kind of swoons. Actually, it's +2 because all token changes are doubled.
oh!
My darling Farah, could you pray to the Lord above for us to be victorious in this moment?
Certainly, let's get that right. Our faith surrounds you like a armor, a
Like
suit
an
of armor.
Okay.
What did you get? You got a 6?
Yeah.
I got a 5.
Come on!
That is the power
That
of the
one
Lord.
difference? That one difference? That was the Holy Spirit. The difference between 5 and 6 is faith.
I think I pull out my sword, but I'm flourishing it in a way that I think will be beautiful, like aesthetically beautiful, and I'm like
And I
holding
think
up
I
my-
immediately just like knock it out of your hand and like point to your chin. And I say, do you yield?
I look over to Mira, and I'm like,
Yield!
wouldn't it be beautiful if I died?
I put my hand on my head.
My work here is done. And I walk away.
Is that the outfit you'd like to be buried in?
Yes, she will say yes. Or they will say yes.
I never leave the house unless I'm prepared to be buried.
And
in
I
that
think
outfit
I
for
make
eternity.
a announcement at the end of this, and I say, I cannot claim this victory as my own. The power of the Lord through the conduit of my beloved Farah has done this for us. Thank you, my dear.
The victory truly is Christ's.
Yes.
Amen.
yes.
Amen. To
Absolutely.
the crumpet table, long awaited.
Okay. That's -2 suspicion +2 plot. It's doubled. So that's -4 suspicion +4 plot. And negative suspicion is plot,
Plot.
right? So
Yeah.
we just got 8 plot. We're at 11 right now.
Is that a... Wait, I'm really confused
Speed running.
though.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How did you get that much plot?
So if you win, the court at large hums approvingly, -2 suspicion +2 plot. We're at 0 suspicion. You can't go negative, so it gets translated
see.
into
Yes,
plot,
yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
it's doubled.
Are those the token changes that are doubled?
If you rolled
Did you
all
double
token,
anything?
we doubled the -2 suspicion and +2 plot.
I thought it was referring to if you add affection, it's doubled.
Oh,
Which is
well,
I don't think it
then
says that.
otherwise. Well,
I
it
think
doesn't.
it says all token
All
changes
token
are
changes.
doubled.
All token changes.
It's only if you roll doubles that all token changes are doubled.
Oh, I didn't read
Yeah.
that. Cool.
Yeah, it's only if you roll doubles.
Incredible. Incredible.
Yeah. So we have to do a boiling point.
We also, and Anish, did you do the -4 suspicion?
I did not. So that's 1 suspicion gone, and then 3 to plot.
Okay,
Yeah.
I also want to say this because I love it. You may hit a boiling point and a game-ending roll before you're ready to stop playing.
Aw.
Follow your heart and just fudge the results if you want to keep going. This is not a game for denying yourself a little extra indulgence. I'll say it. I think that if it is at the end, we should like act through it but continue because we're so early in the game.
Heard. Unless we get the divine couple.
Of course.
Y'all can be
I
mad.
just think you were so dedicated in both your scenes to
It's in
being
the
pious
bag.
that like no one is gonna doubt you from here on out that
That's
you're
fair.
the pious couple. But maybe there's still some more roadblocks along
There's
the
still
way.
stuff that can happen, but like we'll be pretty confident if it's one of those.
Yeah, your standing in this community is kind of crazy.
So for the boiling point, we each roll a d8 and then we subtract, like we show the difference. And we're rolling on the plot one.
So the difference is 1.
Yes.
1 God.
Which that is technically at the end one. It is you've achieved your goal, or at least you have everything in place to carry it out, which I do feel like is pretty true. We just have to. I think what now? If suspicion is high, is the aftermath of what you've done enough to finally expose you? If affection is high, are you reluctant to part? Is victory everything you've wanted, or do you still yearn for more? I think that this is like we have it in the fucking bag, but this is the first day of the season.
Yes, and we haven't even seen Amber.
We have to maintain this level for the rest of the season.
The thing I'm thinking too is like what we've won here is the crowd, the masses, the gossipers. Just like with chess, we did a big flourish, a big dramatic move, which was like a show of our devotion to ourselves and to our religion. But we haven't actually gone toe to toe with somebody who's like reciting scripture or like knows like any kind of like, you know, I don't know, traditions or something you have to adhere to. So those are what I see being big hurdles is, you know, when it's a test of actually like, do you put the fork on the left or the right, and seeing Amber.
Yeah.
But I think the gossip crowd, we've won them over, that we are like legit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I'm down.
Reputation wise.
In terms of my like mechanically how I would like to fudge this situation is we were at 12. I'm thinking we just go down to 2. Like just clear the
Extra? I like
the
it.
boiling point and
Okay.
then keep what's left over. And
Personally-
having that be like a plot point in the general story is that we are right now the top contenders for it.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. Okay, right now, the other us couple, we have 3 affection and 3 plot.
Yeah, I think that manifests sort of like we were really disjointed and like weird there, but like people did publicly see me stand up to defend you. So I think that like that
Clearly
people
there
are
is a
kind of
merit.
confused about what the point of that duel was, but I think they're also like there's a connection.
Clearly a marriage.
But I do feel humiliated. I was like, that's not beautiful. Losing is not beautiful.
No,
yeah.
it's not.
I think if we want to draw more cards, we can talk about like the next ball, and the game kind of talks about what happens in between. I think we can frame it as the carriage talks.
I love that.
I love carriage talks. All right.
Mhm.
If we need a next outing, I don't know if this is on here. Like this was like the first ball of the season. I'd love to go to like a lunchtime, like
Yes.
horse racing, like some social event like that.
Like
yes.
a fair,
Is that where
like
we're going
derby,
now?
a derby,
snack-
a derby.
Something, yes, yes.
Yes. Right now, are we on the way to the derby? In
Well,
our
it's
carriages?
y'all's draw next,
Oh wait, it's
right?
y'all's draws. Yeah.
Are y'all doing on the way home from the ball?
No, we're doing. I think this is like cut to a few months later. and
Got it.
we're
At the
at a
Derby.
different point in the season. We're walking our way to the Derby.
Got it.
Probably a couple
No
weeks,
carriage?
maybe, or days.
Yeah, yeah,
Like a
It's
week.
fresh. The wound's
A
still
week,
a little
yeah.
fresh.
yeah. I like that. Perfect. Right. The word for the day. Beautiful.
Beautiful. The horses are beautiful.
I just mean more of like a business plan. Like, I'm thinking we need to reclaim our identity as a couple. And I think in the past, I mean, I've let my, well, I suppose true nature slip out, and I suppose people think we're unsociable, and that isn't really conducive to our goals, Violet. So again, maybe less anglerfish and more a beautiful flower drawing people in with a sweet smell.
I am wearing the perfect dress for that. People, listen. I understand. That the black can be shocking to some. They think somebody's died. I have focused a little more on the red this time. My outfit is much brighter red, and I've got my beautiful red parasol, and I'm prepared to speak with the people you're trying to court for your business ventures. Is that correct? The high rollers?
Yeah, that's perfect. It's I think we have a good chance this time, really. I just wish I could get out of this dress. I'm wearing kind of a very large hoop skirt, and I'm very short, and it is taking over my entire body. And it is very, very pastel, kind of toned down, not overstaying its welcome. It is the safest of dresses, no expression whatsoever in it. I I hate to dress like this, but it's what gets people to talk to you. So
It's not the dress I'd put you in. I would see more of a. I don't think the pastel is incorrect, but I think. Well, we'll have to get you out of that dress.
Ooh.
blush.
I start blushing, and I think that I put in a. Can I put an affection point here?
Yeah.
Wait,
Take an
it's
affection
so
token.
funny because y'all aren't in a scenario right now. But yes, do that.
Yes. I suppose we'll have to see once we leave for tonight.
I'll draft. Maybe I'll think of something that would. Oh,
Yes, think of something. Do you have my measurements?
okay, we're here.
I draw a 7 of diamonds.
You get in a
Incredible.
spat with each other. What is it about? Where do you go to try to keep it private? How long does it take to smooth it over? I think that I immediately do not follow up on what I was saying I would do. I think that we're like talking to some of those high rollers, like those people that are betting on things, and you're trying to like whatever, and then they start to talk to me, and they're like, and what do you like to do? And I'm like, if you touch me, if you touch me, you'll wither away and die. I'm sorry.
And then after a couple of those, I think I just excuse myself from a conversation very quickly, and then I run around a corner away from all the noise. Do you follow me?
I think that I just get kind of confused, and I'm like, well, if we're not here, I'm not going to stay with these people. So I will sort of walk slowly to see whatever is happening over there.
In a corner, you see me tucked away from anything else. A very dark, shadowy corner. You see Mira tearing off her corset and just throwing it on the ground and just stomping on it, just kicking it around, and just kind of screaming to herself in frustration, quietly, very demure.
I understand that we were not particular fans of this outfit, but it burns your skin that much to wear it?
Look, sometimes, Violet, you have to hide who you are to get what you want. And I wish to God you would understand that sometimes. I'm not like you. I didn't come from where you came from.
Is the whole point of this not so I can pursue myself freely?
Yes, but if that means I can't do what I want freely, then why are we even doing this? Look, I think we should just maybe watch the derby together, but I'll handle the conversations from now on. I'll go off on my own, okay?
But what will happen if they don't see us together? If they see us apart?
I don't know. Ugh, this whole thing, this whole game, I hate it.
I'll go about for a walk. That's what I'll do. I'll take a turn about the field. And when I come back, perhaps something may happen. I don't know.
That's what I'll try. Look, I hope you don't take it personally. What we have, it works for now, okay? I won't step on your feet, and you can take your walk, and then I'll bring my feet elsewhere, I suppose. I and I put my corset back on, I dust it off, and then I kind of no eye contact, move away.
As you're walking away, I say, I'm sorry, but I do take it personally. And then I walk away.
And I will remove a plot.
Listeners, another one of those moments I wish it was a visual podcast, because some of the like facial articulation happening is got me on the edge of my seat.
Wait till you see our hands, like in Pride and Prejudice.
The grasping, yes.
On our way to this derby, I think that I am just head in hands. I'm like, I don't think I can give a performance like that again. I think that was all that I had in me.
Fitz, let's get this right. Because of what you did, because of what you stood up and proved to the whole crowd, nobody is going to question us like that again. You don't have to worry about putting another performance on, because you put out the move of moves, and no one is going to question us like that again. Let's get that right.
We just stay calm. We stay collected. We'll be fine. Okay.
Keep your eye on the horses.
Eye on the horses. And no betting. Why are we going to the dirt? Oh, just to make a big stink about it? Of course we're not betting. Who would bet?
No. Let's get that right. We're going to be seen and to
express our disapproval,
yes,
but in a way that still embraces society.
Ingratiates ourselves with the folks there, but also perhaps we offer them another way. We invite them to scripture reading as well. We can socialize outside of the horse races.
Yes. This is perfect. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Give us a card.
We're ready for a card. If it's another face card, I'm going to lose my mind. If it's a face card, lie to us.
It's Ace of Spades.
Cool. And this was mine because it was yours before, right?
Yes.
Someone from your spouse's past shows up. So we could do,
Again.
but they seem puzzled and bring up something that makes your union even more unlikely than it already was. What was it? I feel like this, who do you think from your past is showing up?
I mean, we already have Salazar, and I feel that was like the big... Okay, here's what it is because Salazar isn't just an ex, he's my ex-husband. It was a full divorce, which was like a full-on legal and major religious like hang-up. And I think after being humiliated, Salazar took it to the books or the lawyers or whoever, and it's like, well, actually, how can you get married and be seen as the divine couple if you have already committed this irreplaceable sin and like legal hang up of you already were married and divorced? How can you be divine if it's not the one true? That's my offering.
I love that. I think that you have to hold me back from doing another duel in that situation.
Love it.
Like, I think because we don't do a duel because we did not do a duel. Like, we didn't. But I think that I start like raising my glove and I'm like, how dare you speak to my spouse like that? And
Fitz. Keep your glove. It's not worth it.
He can't talk to you like that.
He can say whatever he pleases because at the end of the day, there's only one true capital W word. Let's get that right. And it's the word of God. And guess what? He forgives us for our sins.
I don't think that you have to be forgiven for that.
Well, clearly it was a mistake, and I do regret it deeply. But
I mean, look at him.
look at what I've found now. Let's
Of
get that right.
course.
And so even though I have journeyed through despicable, disgusting, regretful sin, I have found my light, which is you, Fitz. Come here.
Aw.
Okay, and so maybe at the end, our weird, like, we do like a fist bump, like, hug.
Yeah. And that's weird. It's like, what?
And that's where the suspicion comes in, where it's like, what was that?
Yeah. Why didn't they like do a peck on the cheek or something? Why was it like
Something.
that? Yeah.
Okay.
I love the idea that we looked like a really unified front until the last moment. And then it was like, what?
Oh, I overshot it. I went for the dramatic, flashy move.
Yeah.
And we weren't ready for it. I think, was your last relationship particularly physically affectionate? Is that something that like, in your house was
absolutely
normal?
not.
So maybe
Absolutely not.
I went in for a
I like-
kiss or something and
Real bad.
jerk away. Okay, so we have two suspicion. All right.
I think
To the
I
crow
gained,
blossoms.
I think I gained an affection there in just realizing that it bothered me that he was talking about you like that.
Aw.
Fitzwilliam is so trigger happy.
Glove happy.
The
Someone says,
somber,
like, two words,
shallow
it's like-
man.
Well, I think it is like because he's playing a character. He's like, this
Yeah.
is how I need to react. And then he's like, wait, what am I doing? He goes into like a state. We talked about this a little bit, but I wanted to get it on record. I think that obviously like they remember a little bit, but like their meeting rendezvous when they hooked up is kind of blurry. You know?
Agree. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm right there with you.
And
I'm
Love
right
it.
there with you. Violet.
Let's get a card.
Whose card is this technically?
A face
It's a
card.
heart.
A jack of hearts.
Can I roll the d12?
Yes, of course.
9.
Travel album. Everyone wants to know where you went on honeymoon, except you didn't. Better come up with something quick. Roll 2d8.
Oh dear. I'm a roll. Good. I rolled low.
You wanted low?
Wait, is that bad?
Well, we don't know yet. What'd you roll, Violet?
I got a 2.
I got a
What'd you get?
3.
You're caught entirely off guard. Count to 3 on your fingers, and each time you and your spouse have to simultaneously say, and then I'll ask you the questions, and then you count to 3 and do it. And how do you feel about this being like there's a crowd, but this is like Viscount Violet's family?
Oh no. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's so perfect.
So I'm picturing like as you're there kind of cooling off mirror, here comes their family. And like you're already having to like play to them because Violet, you went for a walk.
Yeah.
And so it's now like you're re-entering and it's just like you haven't had any time to prepare. You're just completely thrown into it.
I can be your mom.
Okay.
I'll be your
What's-
annoying little brother.
What's the level above Viscount? And is it like lady? I don't know.
I don't even know what a Viscount is, I'm going to be honest.
It's a count.
Pound, lady.
No, there's
I don't know.
but they should be at the same level if they're in the family.
Okay.
Yeah, lady would make sense. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I haven't seen you since the wedding. I haven't seen you since you got married. Oh, Violet. And she pinches your cheeks. Oh my goodness, you must tell us about the honeymoon. Where did you go? A location.
Wait,
You have to count to 3 and then say it. Ready?
do we count to 3 or do you?
We'll hold up fingers and then you
Okay.
say it.
Graveyard.
The swamp.
Oh,
It was
Oh,
a swampy graveyard.
for your honeymoon? Oh, delightful. Well, how long were you at this swamp graveyard?
A
A
week.
day. A week and a day.
A week and a day.
that's a long time.
What did you do there?
It's we drew pictures.
So much to see. So much to
Oh, I didn't
smell.
even realize that is the last question. What you spent the most time
Oh.
doing together?
Kissing.
Trying the local cuisine.
Ew, kissing.
Kissing.
Gross.
We
What
were
cuisine
kissing
do
the
you
local
eat in the
chefs.
swamp?
We were kissing the chefs.
You were kissing the chefs.
No, we
It's a
weren't. I
local-
was the
it's a
chef.
local
I was
custom.
cooking.
When the food
I was
is good,
cooking.
we were trying the local. You were cooking the local cuisine.
We were trying the cuisine,
and I kissed you every time you made a
Yes.
good meal.
I
Yes.
fear that this is too much information.
I'm
But
sorry for
Violet,
being
you
so
hate
forward.
kisses.
You asked. If you do
Anyway.
not want to know what went down, don't ask what went down, little brother.
Well.
Oh, now look, you've made your little brother cry. Come on, we'll go get you to see the horses.
I
And
want
they
to go
take
to
off.
the crumpet table.
Oh, let's go to the crumpet table. And you hear off in the distance, no relation.
The
you
graveyard swamp cuisine.
you didn't get any of the responses. You didn't match, so that's +2 suspicion for each mismatched
Oh.
response. Plus
So that's
6
6.
suspicion.
We had none before, and now we have 6.
I
That's
love that
crazy.
Mira tried to guess what Violet would say, whereas Violet did not try to meet anywhere halfway in the middle.
I realized you were saying shit,
Swamp.
and I was like, oh yeah, I mean, we'd go to the place that I want to go.
Yeah. It's actually wild how better of a couple y'all are.
Well, I was thinking, and it's really
So
interesting.
much more functional.
Well, before we had even started with character creation, I remember thinking like, me and Emma, I feel like to Emma maybe more so than me, but I still have that like I try. I think you're more successful at it. Is like that kind of braininess to you want that kind of like, oh, how can I, tweak this arc or this kind of like versus I think like Anish and Jess, y'all are very like in that heat of the moment role plays, like where y'all really shine. And like it was a very touching moment where you're like, well, you don't just get to do whatever you want sometimes. You have to blah 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 blah. And so I'm excited and curious for Em and I to have that like really touching, truthful, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, moment. Like
We're
so far we've
very-
been so like
We're very
it's
eyes
coming.
on the prize. We're very like,
Hey.
we
which
will
is
get this.
literally the name of the
Yes.
game. Anyway, so I was admiring that about y'all and had just been kind of pondering on that before we started. But okay, it's our card now. Yes.
Yes.
And
Do we
this
want to
one's
stay
mine.
at the Derby or do we want to go to a different location? I'm fine with either.
Well, we just heard a small child crying, and children should definitely be seen and not heard. Violet's little brother. And so I think that was very uncouth, and I'm ready to leave. Plus, we also had that awkward moment, so that kind of killed the vibe.
We had to leave.
Awkward.
At next place.
Okay.
Next time.
We've done a ball. We've done a Derby.
Do you want the card first, or do you want?
Well, we gotta
Oh
think
yeah,
about where
let's
we're
do a
going.
card for. Oh, I was gonna. That could inform the location, but I don't know.
I like it. Let's pull for you, Duke Fitzwilliam Crumpet, no relation. 6 of Hearts.
Incredible. And we're pulling for Farah, right?
Yes, yeah. Because
Oh,
last one,
really?
it was yours and it was about me. So this one is for me. What do I notice about my spouse's carriage in public? Yeah.
I think that they mean
Oh.
like how you carry yourself versus like a carriage, just to be clear.
Yes. What do you notice about your spouse's carriage in public that is completely different from when the two of you are alone? Which I was like, huh? Batman transformation carriage. How that work? Like, okay. A new hand gesture, nervous vibrato in the voice, a cruel glint of their eyes. Do you think it's more or less real than the version you know? So definitely you have that bravado in public where you're, how dare you? Versus I've seen the Fitz in the carriage with the, head in the hands. And I think what I notice is that when it comes to you defending or protecting, or like when you have to deal with orders coming in regards to the land or the like scheduling, you are very cognizant and proactive when it comes to like, this is going to affect other people, let me jump in. But maybe when it comes to standing up for yourself or doing things you don't want to do but feel you have to do, you're very meek and reserved. And do I think it's more or less real than the version I know?
Do you think that I'm more meek or more brave? I think is the
I think you're brave in your heart of hearts. I think you refuse to let yourself be brave to advocate for yourself. It's easier for you to let that quality out when it feels like you are campaigning for somebody else. But when it's, yes, taking care of yourself, I feel it's like either you feel you're not allowed to be brave or I don't know.
Do you talk to me about this or do you keep it to yourself?
It's a good question. Okay, so let's take the carriage home from the Derby.
I completely I apologize. I should have been more
No.
receptive in that moment.
I
It just took me off guard, and I apologize.
Well, Fitz, it took you off guard because I surprised you with it, and I got so caught up in the flair of it all that I hadn't even considered that it might be something that would surprise or upset you because
I wasn't upset. It just surprised more than upset. If it happened again, it would be fine.
it it wouldn't upset you.
No, I no, it would be fine. And in fact, I believe that it would be quite convincing for, our purposes. It would make sense.
Well,
Which is why I feel
it's
very
important
bad for messing it up.
It's important that it's convincing, and I think we can agree that that would be mutually beneficial. So it
Yes.
would behoove us perhaps to rehearse it
Oh,
at some point. Maybe it does not have to be at this moment.
I mean, I think that
Together
that
in
is,
private.
The fact that I did have that reaction, we should, desensitize me to it. Certainly.
Very good. Perhaps I shall start with a hand on your hand.
Fitz is just like not moving, but does not withdraw his hand. It's like, okay, interesting.
And I shall keep it here until we reach our destination, and perhaps tomorrow you will hold my hand back.
Yes, yes.
Very good.
Steps. We move forward.
The pawn advances.
Chess.
Okay.
That's a plus affection for me. Was that a plus affection for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more like it depends how we define affect. I think I feel tenderness towards you in this moment.
Then
and
we
I
don't
feel
have
more
to.
like-
I was feeling attraction, so I'll do a plus
well,
one.
send it, yeah. But definitely
Oh,
when
dear.
when them gloves come off is when it's like, ooh.
Crazy.
Okay.
So that's good because we didn't even need to move to a new location for
Yeah,
that one.
that's
That was like
perfect.
a. Whew.
Awesome. Can I propose? Let's take
You
a
already
second to
did.
simmer down.
Yeah. Haha.
Selfishly, can we have like a little like a shopping outing
Love it.
That's
in
fun.
in that like little market I've
Yeah.
almost done acquiring, like a
A
big
day
day,
on the
like
town.
like a big day, sort of like it's like Black Friday, but also think of it as a social outing, showing your best. Who's spending the most? Who's
Mm.
Flaunting your
Eh,
status.
exactly.
Well, offering, what if you're hosting it? You're
I would
inviting
love
the
to,
noble
yeah.
families
This is
because
what
you've
I've
had a
been
couple
working
of, but now it's
Yeah.
time to invite the people who choose the divine couple and, of course, other couples of status.
Exactly.
Which we didn't say how the divine lovers are chosen. I think. Do we want to say that only one couple or that there's like 2 or 3 that are chosen? I don't care.
I say one.
One.
Okay, one couple. I
Stakes,
like the
stakes.
idea. I like the idea that the church does care about piety, but that's not like the only thing they're looking for.
Yeah.
I think this is maybe one of the few things that
We know they like.
well, and also like that the townspeople get really into because there is that element of gossip and who's doing what and which couple is whatever. So I think this one they they're a bit flashy with it. Like, is it exactly who's adhering to the rules perfectly? No, it's like it's a popularity contest.
Yeah.
As long as there's no huge scandal. All right.
Black Friday, my favorite holiday.
I think. Do you want to do a scene before we
Yeah, we
pull a
can.
card? I think we're finding ourselves in a flower shop I own, and I've invited you to just kind of have a small discussion before we start things off. Violet, hey, good to see you. Listen, I think we've left our situation in a rougher place than we started. But when we started this, I wanted nothing more than my own freedom. And
Me as well.
I know you feel the same. And I know I can't match what you might like, but I would like to think that that doesn't have to stop us from, being cordial. And if I've ever been rough in the past, I'm sorry. But today's a very big day for me, and I've worked very long towards this day. I just want it to go well. But if that means quieting who you are, I wouldn't want it either. So okay, and I pull a flower from a pot. That is a yellow flower right at the center, but has black petals around the edges. I've been trying a new technique, soaking it in ink, like squid ink. The flower kind of absorbs it. It didn't really have time to fully become black, but I noticed there was no black flowers. So I guess I was just trying to say that, the colors don't match. I'm sorry. It was a stupid idea.
I think that when I saw it, it like shocked me. Like my initial response was like, I've never seen like what is this? And then like just the emotion sort of spreading through my body, like from my
Aw.
heart, feels almost like it feels like that little bit of yellow in the middle of the black. Like it feels like there's a yellow creeping out into the black of my heart. And
Dude.
I certainly would add an affection token from that. And I think they like curtsy a little bit and accept the flower and fasten it onto their dress, or perhaps no, into their hat.
Okay, today will be a long day, and I'll be all around. So, if you have any places you want to go, feel free. And if you let any shopkeeper know that I sent you, then maybe they'll give you a discount. And I wink, and then I skip away in my yellow dress.
Okay.
Let's draw.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even a card. That was just
Nope, not at all.
y'all just
That is a 9 of clubs. Oh dear. Who's this for? Violet or
Wait, I
Mira?
have not, honestly, I forgot to be keeping track of that, and that's.
I forgot to be keeping track
Do
of
you
that.
remember
as well.
what order of stuff
This is
we
y'all's
did?
fourth card?
Well, we got
that
the
true?
king. No, we didn't get the king.
We have had one face card and I think 2 normal
Jack.
cards.
Yeah,
So just who
So-
started? Because now
it
it's
was
the
you,
fourth.
me.
So it's you.
The last thing was me, right?
I think
Yeah,
so,
probably.
yeah.
So
Okay,
it's
me.
you.
Has your character ever had as much fun as they're having in this fake marriage? If no, +1 affection. If
Wait,
this
what?
is par for the course, -1 suspicion. If it sucks, -1 affection. Okay,
What-
so
what
if I'm
is-
having
If
What
you've
is-
never had as much fun as you are currently having, you get +1 affection.
What card was this again?
Nine
this
of
is
clubs.
9 of clubs,
9 of clubs, gotcha.
page 11. Okay, I think you see Mira dotting around talking to everybody that she can, and she's clearly putting up a brave face. And I think at some point you can see kind of like a customer dispute break out, and it's with like this noble person. And normally you've seen Mira kind of be, again, curtsy, lower her voice. She's smaller. She's going to lower herself in front of the worldly noble. Instead, she gets up on a stool and starts yelling at this guy, "You can suck swamp water for all I care," and royally pisses them off. And then she sees you, Violet, in the crowd, and then after like her face is completely sour, full of anger, she sees you and she smiles and waves. I think she's getting less attached to the idea that being a noble means you have to be nice to nobles. So she's having fun.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
+1 affection.
I love it.
We have 6 affection and 6 suspicion.
Get intense.
2 plot, though. 2 plot.
Fitz, what are we at?
We are at 3 affection, 2 suspicion, 2 plot.
Damn.
Damn.
That ain't a lot. All right. Let's get these
Well,
numbers
you
up.
already won. It's
Yeah,
sort of-
right now, our plot is fine.
Well, there's no winning, but you speed
Well,
ran it.
But we did.
There is only one divine couple, so
That's
There is
true.
one died about a couple. All right, let's do your scene. I am pulling a 10 of hearts.
And this one's all yours, Fitz.
A well-known matchmaker loudly comments on what a handsome pair you two make. What traits is she pointing out specifically? Can y'all be a well-known matchmaker? Who wants to be a
I mean, what could it be? Could it be the person, one of the people who decides the
Ooh, someone on the committee.
Absolutely. Someone on the committee definitely is pointing stuff out at us. And
I think you'll note that today we're arm in arm.
yes, I was going to say as we are walking, I think I grab your hand. And it's very decisive and it's very to the point, and I grab your hand and we are holding hands as we walk through. And if you look at me, I have a slight flush as
But
we're
still
walking.
very stoic. Love it.
Is this like? Could this be like on the way to church, or like on a Sunday, or like something?
I think we're at this market,
We're at the market. We just came from church.
obviously.
Yes.
Friday church.
Yes. Every day.
Friday mass is definitely a thing.
Let the rubber show. I don't know shit about any sort of religion, so
Neither do I hope we don't get hate for this.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Just kidding. So just okay, we have our hand in hand. We're like, all right. So definitely a good idea to make a pass past the committee members, but after
Absolutely.
that,
We can do a couple loops.
and then
And maybe
perhaps-
get something very reasonable.
course.
The couple I've been hearing so much
Hello.
about. And you see preacher garb, simple man, receding hairline.
peace be with you.
And also with you.
It's Father Crumpet of the other Crumpet family.
Oh, no relation. Very nice
No
to
relation.
talk to you.
Yes,
The-
yes.
Right,
And
the
yet-
body and blood himself.
Yes, we are all brothers in the Lord's
Crumpet
In
eyes,
does.
the
yes.
Lord's eyes, yes.
Yes.
I was just walking past. I can't help but say that I've heard so much about this pairing, and I just wanted to stop and thank you for devoting your time to the church and your money,
Of course.
your devotion.
There's nothing
is-
more important, yes.
Noted. But if I'm being honest, I wanted to stop and let you know that the Lord loves everyone equally.
Amen.
Of course.
And
But what exactly do you mean by that? In terms of like Yeah,
Preach
what,
to us. Preach to us.
oh, I would love to hear.
Prophesy.
your dedication to each other is something I've personally noticed. No matter how devout you really are, you both are very dedicated to each other. And you get the insinuation that somebody has seen past the insincerity.
But they
But-
still like us.
They still like you because
Aw.
there is still something there.
The El Dorado to air is human moment.
Yes. Well, it'll be lovely seeing you even more.
Thank you.
And the father walks away.
And I squeeze Fitz's hand
Oh,
a little tight. Just out of like, that was kind of close.
oh yes, yes. Perhaps we should get some flowers for the estate.
That's quite right. That sounds lovely. Lead the way.
Brighten up the rooms.
Something aromatic.
Oh, yes. Yes. Perhaps calming, maybe some lavender.
Nice. Pinch it between the fingers and
Yes, yes.
love it.
When you do that, do you release his hand for a second?
Okay.
I think as soon as your hand's back down, it's back in his hand.
Aw, cute. Okay, so we get -1 suspicion,
Yes.
which
And
is
plus,
like ultimately good, but it gets us farther from a boiling point, yes?
that is correct, but
Got it.
those aren't necessarily the boiling points that it just depends on what you want, you know? And we got +1 affection.
Suck on that, Crow Blossoms.
Awesome. Do we want to move on? I feel like we should move on to the thing.
Let's go to the event.
Wow.
I think we need to get there.
The
I feel like we need to
coronation?
get there.
I agree.
Like, it's the big ball, a whole entire day
Yeah.
of showing up. This is where the
Maybe
real
there's some
decisions
like
are made.
sport games in the beginning, like archery and shit,
Yeah.
and like the
It's the
daytime,
fucking
and then it goes
Olympics.
into a nighttime like ball. Yes.
100% to all those.
Croquet.
All right. It's the morning of. Carriage ride over again.
I want the carriage ride.
Yes,
I want
absolutely.
Start it, end it how it started. This time, Mira is in a. God, what is Mira wearing? These are the real important questions. I think it is a very slim dress, less poof than usual, like a nice belt to cinch things in, and it is a dark burgundy, like blood red. Simple, very plain, to her roots.
I think that violet is in more of a very flowy, like honestly, probably more like this, but like with long sleeves.
Describe
And-
it for the audience.
Oh,
They can't see.
Elbow high.
Just imagine it. No, it's not. It's like just in the fact that it is a
Strapless?
like it's a black shirt. It's just like I'm picturing
A black
almost like
blouse.
a black
Okay.
blouse, like I don't know. Annoyingly, the thing that's coming to mind is what's his name from fucking? It's like almost pirate like, or like it's not as formal, or like, well, I guess
Like
it
a
would,
little
it is
frill
formal.
moment?
Flowy.
A frill, like I'm thinking
Yes.
Astarion almost from Baldur's Gate.
Got it.
Black.
Got some movement.
But it's like big and just has a lot of frills, a ton of frills.
Cool.
And I suppose we're in the carriage.
I wanted to share, I think, before the carriage, because they have one thing about like describe the time apart. Where they live? What's that situation?
Yeah.
I think in my estate, since I am a duke, there's 2 bedrooms. Like the upstairs has plenty of bedrooms, and we are at opposite ends of this incredibly long hallway. And then we, eat meals together is what I'm hoping, and like talk our plans if we can. And I think since you brought up becoming more convincing for the crowds, there have been like while we're eating, maybe in silence, in like polite silence, there's been some moments where I'm like start to speak and then I don't, then I start to speak and then I don't, and there are plenty of nights where you like come upstairs and I'm kind of pacing in the hallway in between our bedrooms. And at one point before this one, I don't know how, I imagine like we did the hand holding and that was great and that went really well. And at one point I simply must, stand up and say, like, I think we've got that, nailed down. Perhaps there's a next,
An embrace.
an embrace.
Yes.
Yes, that could work.
I shall begin. If
Post
you are,
haste.
if you feel prepared.
Yes.
I will wrap my
How is this
arm.
how is this all so easy? How is this all so easy when
It's actually quite funny, Fitz, because when I think to that first night that we had met each other, and it was such a ravenous blur and everything, we just sped through it to get to the end. And now that it feels as if we're taking it just delicate nibble by nibble, savoring each tiny bite, I find it actually isn't easy.
No.
Feels
Yeah.
hard to, I feel shy. But
You feel you've lived such a full and fascinating life. I didn't imagine you feeling shy.
I've never had someone to come home to and answer about all that. I've never had somebody who I sit down with and I share a meal. And because I know you'll be waiting, I feel the need to be better for you. And I care a great deal about you. And I want you to feel, I want you to feel as if this is a conversation instead of a chess match. So
That's good because I never did learn the rules of chess.
do say you're joking.
Now
Now this
did.
marriage actually may be in trouble now. What are you
perhaps
saying?
you could teach me. I never played many games growing up.
Well, we shall get to that in due time. Before our next carriage ride,
Yes.
I shall take my hand and reach it up under yours and around your back, and I shall pull you into me, and you shall embrace me as well.
Yes, I think that you are being very, and then as soon as you're like close to a hug, like arms go up, and it's a very like close, tender embrace. Like there was the initial awkwardness of what am I supposed to do here, and then as soon as bodies were close and warmth was shared, there's a natural like, oh, puzzle piece moment. Yes,
Yes, and I can
indubitably.
I can I can rub your back as well, or you can show affection with the squeeze or where your cheek lies, and it's really much like chess. It's however you want to express what you're feeling in that moment in a particular closeness. Make sense?
Yes. Yes. He's flushed. He's like bright red. And so perhaps and then I think that he like brushes hair behind your ear, like holds your face. It's like perhaps
You will have to say it. Speak up. Be brave.
I find myself quite meek in these situations.
Just say what you want.
We have not. I feel a married couple should kiss.
And I lean in and kiss Fitz. And maybe with that, the bell rings that the carriage is outside. And
Oh, we must be pious. Let's. And I make my hair, which did not get messed up at all. In that,
Yet.
like that wasn't a situation where I got like all messed up. But I'm like, okay, getting everything back into place, and the show begins. Yes.
Can I retcon a scene that would have happened before this?
Okay.
Just really, really quick.
Yeah.
For us, like I want to say, like maybe a week or however long before the big event.
Flashback.
Like I know you described your event or you described your outfit, but what if for this final
Did you
event
make it?
I designed it
Oh yeah.
or designed
Come
an
on.
aspect of it?
Oh, but then she didn't wear it. Now what?
Did you tell me about it?
No,
Or
I was
is it
going
a
to think
surprise?
that there was like a moment where I was like taking your measurements for it.
Oh yeah, we're in your dress shop, and I walk in. I've got to say, I've come to really enjoy your style, Violet. I'm really excited. But would it be possible to include fabric from this dress? And I pull out the burgundy dress. It's just accents, you know.
I can. You what color would you say you are yourself?
Myself?
What's your preferred color to wear?
Oh, to wear. Well, I have two different answers. I would say that my favorite color to wear is purple, but my favorite color is black.
Well, this shade of burgundy is actually one that I believe accents many of the blacker parts of my outfit quite well. So I think that there might be a couple touch-ups I can make to it. I will have to take a couple more measurements for them, so
Right, just tell
we
me what
can
to
get
do.
this over with, and
Okay.
then we do that, I suppose.
Okay. Lovely. Let me first take off my pearl necklace.
Hey! Okay.
Cool.
Lovely.
So, do we want to draw the card?
Whose turn is it?
It's ours.
It's
Okay,
ours.
I was like, I got lost.
We
Oh
got
yeah,
lost
because
in
we
this
did. We
stuff.
got a compliment from the committee.
Yes.
We did get a compliment from the committee. Incredible. I'm just gonna, I don't know. That was a fun dressmaking session. I'll consider adding an affection. Incredible. Lovely. That is our pre-meeting. Let's get to the actual
Oh,
event.
and can we do score recap?
I added, would you say that our last little thing added an affection
Yes.
for you? I was checking, it added one for me. We're at 6 affection, 2 plot, but we already hit the 10 and 1
I mean, the
suspicion.
fact you don't know what.
You hit 10.
No, not again, but we already had that. We have that 10 in our pocket.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
fact you don't know what chess is like
You can teach me.
negative
Minus-
affection.
minus-
I know.
No.
What about y'all? Crow blossoms. Do you get an affection?
I added one.
That's nice. Wait. Okay. So sorry. Can we get a score recap? Crow blossoms.
We
V
are
crumpets.
at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 affection, 6 suspicion, 2 plot.
and the crumpets.
6 affection, 2 plot, 1 suspicion.
The crumpets v crow blossoms. That's kind of funny the way that worked out.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right. I'm ready.
I rolled a 4 of diamonds,
Yay.
which is, am I more extroverted or more introverted than your spouse?
This is me, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Damn.
so.
Didn't you do the
Oh.
last one?
Is Violet more extroverted?
Yes,
or more
yes, that's
introverted?
Violet.
I did.
Because you did happiest time in your life,
Yeah.
and you got on the stool and you yelled.
Oh, I did. All right, Violet, are you more extroverted or introverted than your spouse? Are you rubbing off on them? Are people noticing?
I think this one is easy. I
good
do
one.
think that I'm more introverted. Well, actually, I don't think I'm fully introverted because I think that I do like people looking at I think I like being out and about and being visible, but I don't think I really like interacting with people. So I don't know what I
So-
would call that.
In this relationship, who's more the Sam and who's more the Amelia?
Girl,
Sorry, I'm cutting it out. Never mind.
last night I kept referencing how I think that in every relationship there's a Sam and an Amelia, and Emma gave me shit because she doesn't think that
I think it's
I'm-
bullshit.
you
I think
don't
it's
think
There's
that
such
I'm
a-
the Amelia and that you're the Sam.
They have so many traits.
Yeah.
You can take any and do a dichotomy in any way.
Anyway,
Can I proffer thoughts as an observer? Just you were talking about whether Violet you like to be seen, and one of your first lines of role play was to Fritz, and it was I think you use more words than you need, and so it's like, do they like gabbing? No, but when they speak, it's true. It's never like polite society fluff. It's like they only speak their mind, and we saw Mira be inspired by that. Does that
yeah,
is that ring true?
I think it's definitely rubbing off in that way, and I don't know whether this counts as introverted or extroverted. Like how to quantify that?
To me, it's like authentic versus polite. Like, are you speaking your mind outright, or is it like I don't know. That for me is the spectrum. I guess I'm seeing more so than
I think you could also look at it as like bubbly versus goth, because y'all are there's like a bubbly and a goth one, and I
Yep.
think there is some rubbing off on each other. More so you making Mira goth.
I mean, I do think there's a level to which I think that, especially during the little sale thing, I think that I was feeling more and more into it.
Yeah.
So I was understanding that part of being visibly beautiful and part of being like something on display can be as an advertisement or can be as an enticement to potential clients, investors, or whatever. So I'm walking around and I think I'm appreciating more how the beauty has an aesthetic value, but it can and how it can be appreciated, but it can also be utilized for certain goals. And I think I'm appreciating that more. So I think that I'm certainly rubbing off on you in the ways we've specified, but I think that you are also rubbing off on me.
Business insight.
And people are noticing?
I would say so, because I think that I linger in conversations more, and I think that I am more interested in what I can get out of people rather than what they can give me. Well, no, that's the same thing.
And you're wearing a burgundy, like a dark dress to this big event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
usually
yeah.
you're in like pale pastels.
Yeah. And I'm loving it.
Excellent. And the extroversion introversion question, yeah, I think that's pretty evident, pretty simple.
Love it.
All right, next up, who's this next draw for?
Me?
Yes.
And don't be a face card.
It can be a face card at this point.
Seven of clubs. Why not?
Okay.
Goodness. Look at the time. What did you two get caught up in that entirely distracted you from your plans? Are we late to this event? Because we were kissing?
Y'all fucked up.
Oh my gosh!
I think so.
LOL.
Is that literally just it? Is that just it?
I think that's it. We get +1 affection, -1 plot. And I think that there's like a very comedic scene of us realizing that time, like maybe the bell went off once and we just didn't notice. And then like a servant comes up and is like, oh! And we're like, oh, we have to
on
go.
the spot.
And this
Why
time,
are you in the quarters?
and this time my hair is messed up and I do have to fix it.
and the the ascot or whatever, it all needs to be
It's like it's good to practice these modes of affection so that we're more convincing when we get there.
Yes, let's get that right. When we are crowned the divine couple, it will be.
I think that they do ask you to do a little peck, so it's good that we're comfortable with that.
And they'll see that, yes.
And they'll see the comfortability, yes. And it's very important that they see that after we've been crowned. It's good that we keep it going.
Yes.
Indubitably.
Chess. Okay. We arrive at the venue and y'all have a card now?
Yeah. That's the 3 of clubs.
Oh. Your spouse has a nickname that almost everyone close to them uses, but you're baffled the first time you hear it in conversation. What is it? Why didn't they tell you?
Okay.
What about
Sunshine?
Sunshine. I like sunshine if it's your family and it's kind of like a joke.
What is yours? Idea?
Ooh.
My thought was petunia.
Because violets?
Yeah, because it's another flower that kind of, like, in my head looks similar. Or sweet, because
sweet petunia.
There's a sweet violet as a plant. I think that it would be something good if it was a contrast with, if it was something like positive, you know what I mean? Like it was like sweet or petunia or something, or sweet petunia.
I like sweet petunia, and I think we're hanging out with little bro and mom again. They see us at the convention.
Sweet petunia.
Sweet petunia.
Are you both looking for someone?
Oh, just little sweet petunia over here, the sweetest of them all.
Oi, can I have a ride on your back?
You're talking to Violet?
At this time, yes, you may. Yes, you may. It's all right.
Whee!
Oh, they're just so close. You know that?
I buck him off like a horse.
He loves it. He loves it. That's their favorite game.
It's like how I used to throw my dog in the trampoline.
And that's why we call her Sweet Petunia.
That was the name of our horse. No.
Which actually, it's cute that this is in the description. And to be fair, this is your card, Anish.
Yeah, and we laughed.
If the nickname you come up with together, which I assume is you and Jess, makes you laugh, +1 affection. So Which Sweet Petunia seems like such an old like century like medieval name, like Sweet Petunia.
Sweet Petunia. Yeah, I think the family leaves eventually.
You didn't know her nickname's Sweet Petunia?
You don't know nothing.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about them.
I think I know plenty about them, and I don't know if they're exactly a sweet Petunia.
Petu.
I resent that implication a small bit. I believe that I encompass multitudes. I can be a sweet petunia if I choose.
I choose scum. Sorry.
You're always saying that, little brother. Little.
Let me exit the scene.
Come on, we have to go get you to the crumpet.
Get you.
No relation.
Incredible. I think we end the scene there. I only added a suspicion, no
Okay.
affection. So we're at 7 affection, 7 suspicion. By the way,
Woo.
And now
2
it's
plot.
Farah Crumpet's
Yes.
card, right?
Yes. Okay, we're at this event. The event. It
That
begins with
is,
some sportsmanship. 8 of hearts. Our clothes are sufficiently organized. Our hair is slicked. Your eyes are glazing over during a particularly empty conversation, and you find yourself thinking about past lovers. How is your spouse? How is your spouse different from the people you've loved in the past, and what do they have in common? I've actually been thinking about this because as we, and just we'll be a little lax with the time frame or whatever, as we have learned to play chess together, and like our dinners that went from polite conversation are now, oh, you're going with this move. I can't believe, no, see, okay, next time you blah, 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 blah. And it occurs to me how trusting Fitz is, and that with past lovers, it was like, I have my life and you have yours, and don't fuck with me and what I do, and like, or if you do, like, it'll be trouble, and like blah blah blah. And I resent myself for thinking how easy it would be to manipulate and betray you, and like how it would be easy because I've got you in this really trusting position, and then I wouldn't have to have anything on the line. I had this pretty horrible thing with Salazar in the past, and wouldn't it be better just to cut my losses and run? I've got the ring, we've got the status of it all. What if I just cut and run right now? But it occurs to me, like, maybe you're the first lover I've had that would be hurt if I left.
Dang.
Which is a bummer because there's no like stats for this one. It's just a
If
question.
you are feeling affection, we get a point of affection.
I'll say that's a revelation because it starts as this kind of weird stewing where it's like candy from a baby. I really could just up and go, but then it occurs to me I don't want to, even though I could.
I think Fitz is during this conversation also. I think since you took the step to hold the hands, Fitz has not been holding your hand.
Yeah. I think I beat your ass in chess, and that's what gets my thought process like, it's too easy.
Oh, definitely.
And perhaps as we make our way to our chambers each night, there's a goodnight kiss, and it's just longer and longer each night leading up to the ceremony as we feel more reluctant to part ways and go to our separate chambers.
Nice. Oh my God, just as your face is so funny. You were like, when Tori said kiss, you went,
No, that wasn't grossed out. It was like, wow.
oh, okay.
You don't know what my face is.
Okay, we're at 8. We're at 8 affection.
Incredible.
Actually, it's occurring to me how beautiful y'all's last name is, because a crow is like very black and like dark, and Blossom is very bright.
That was on purpose.
Whoa.
Okay, intelligent.
All right, give us a card. Queen of Hearts.
That's me.
Okay, draw your marital whatever.
Holy shit.
Yay! Oh wait, we roll a die, right?
Yeah,
Well,
I'll
you're
roll a
technically
D12.
drawing from the height, how or whatever.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't get
it's
3.
it's Violet's, no? Because you just did Sweet Petunia.
Yeah, it's mine.
I got a 2.
So is
Ooh.
teamwork makes the scheme work.
Okay, it's a team one.
Okay, there's an opportunity that requires skills from each member of the partnership, an exact crossroads between your strategic strengths.
Yup.
You can't move forward on your own. You have to each bring something to the table, decide what it is, then roll 2d8. Okay.
Some
Is
kind
this
of
one of those?
competition.
Yeah, this has got to be one of those Olympic game things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What I bring to the table could either be, I mean, like I did do a duel before, or maybe like it's either something where it has to be like visual performance about looking good, or like maybe I do have a physical skill that I've got prowess in. I'm not
Is
sure.
this a dance?
No, there's a specific one for dancing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
there's one that's just like you are dancing.
Okay. Exact crossroads between what does Mira bring to the table? Critical thinking skills.
Business.
LOL. You're the one doing the puzzles in Survivor.
True. That's literally me.
It's
So
a
real.
chess match. No.
Could be.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
imagine.
let's roll a pose.
I assume they've got some kind of like one night werewolf-esque game in the
Some
medieval
kind of
times. And if y'all were on a team together, like Violet's got that like ominous, and then Mira's got the like trusting, like charismatic.
I do
is it like
some kind of
Model
bluffing
UN?
thing.
Yeah, some kind of like game of deception, and y'all happen to be on the same team. That
I got
It could
it.
just be a card game.
Medieval Mr. Beast has sentenced us into a locked-in room,
Monsieur Beast.
Monsieur Beast, and we have to pick which case we want to keep, an inside or our gold ingots. Should we win? Is it filled with 25?
And don't forget the
kilograms?
Feastables crumpets.
No relation.
I can't tell if this is a real suggestion I'm saying or not.
Well, you do have to roll 2d8 to see how well it goes.
Well, we have to decide what the fuck
That's
this is.
true.
Are we doing this?
I like some game of charisma. Yeah.
Charisma.
I love the idea of
bluffing game.
a deal or no deal. Yes, Monsieur Beast is offering you a briefcase, and you both have to use like your mind for business. If I actually had the briefcase and I was Monsieur Beast, would I offer this or would I try to bluff? And Violet can use your like, bullshit detector, and y'all both can decide together which of the briefcase to take.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Because I think any new couple can come and try to see if we're bluffing or
Yeah.
not. And
Love it.
that's what we do. Okay.
And they're not briefcases, but they're like chests. They're like,
They're
Yes,
chests. Exactly.
a trunk.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, I'm rolling.
I'm rolling.
6.
6.
Hell yeah. It goes perfectly.
But your synchronicity and shared power is intoxicating.
Yup.
Describe what new compatibilities the two of you have discovered.
Plus
I think-
3 affection, plus 2 plot also.
I think we're just like so fucking good at this business shit. Like,
I think maybe the game is that you have to open multiple trunks or something like that. Like in a similar vein to Deal or No Deal or whatever. And like we just go up and you're like we're doing it with the confidence and speed of people who like it seems as if they don't care about the stakes. Like we're walking up and like you're like so statistically they would put the right one over here probably, and then I go, I know that bitch is carrying something bad, so we're not talking to them. And then I pivot to the one right next to him, and we just point, and we don't even we barely even have to exchange words on it. You know what I mean?
yeah, and at some point, I rely on your poker face, and I point out people who are good marks, and it's like a game. We're treating this whole system like a game, and it's just like the beginning where we tried to play the high society game, but immediately we were like laughing at people, joking. We don't take it seriously, which is why it's funny now that we have plus 3 affection.
Are you
plus
to
2
10?
plot. We are at 10 affection.
Yep. All right. Boiling point.
Oh dear.
And we're at the main ceremony.
Yeah.
Could y'all about to swoop in maybe? Buzzer beater?
I'm
This
not sure.
Flash.
Well,
and
if it's in
flare of-
affection, it's not about that. If it's
It's
affection,
about-
yeah. We got it for plot, so our plot was
Oh.
successful. Don't worry, we will be the divine.
I have a feeling.
Well, it can end it if it's affection.
Yeah,
I-
it can
I
end
want-
it, but different ways.
I'd
We
like
both
a
rolled
conclusion
D8s,
for
right?
each of you.
Yeah, roll d8s.
All right. Violet, what'd you roll?
4.
I rolled a 5.
So it's a difference of 1.
The end.
Aww.
Your attraction can no longer be denied.
You have to do something about it one way or the other. Consider your other token counts. If plot and suspicion are low, do you throw all of it away just to continue as things are? If both are high, does this give you the burst of passion you need to get the job done?
I think
And what are your other stats for our listeners?
We are at 7 suspicion, and with that last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plot, I believe. Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense that people don't think that you are the divine couple with that suspicion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I do think at this point, like, we are so excited about this game and realizing how practical it can be to make money on all this. And like, we're at the point where like you and I think are both behaving completely different than people would expect us to. So that's kind of where the suspicion comes from. We're like, I'm just beaming this whole time. I'm like having the time of my life pointing at the things. I'm like putting my hands, like I'll put my hands on your arm and I'll go, oh my gosh, yes, that one. And like, I get like kind of excited about it. Like maybe we even walk around arm in arm a little bit. And you're kind of like, you're laughing loudly and like not giving a fuck or whatever, like, you know, like thing you might not typically do.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's maybe that we are like, we stop, maybe we forget about the actual competition. We forget about the title.
I think that is the conclusion. I think in the background, like they're announcing the winner and like we're leaving the party. And like we're running hand in hand
Arm
with
full
like the
of gold.
briefcases. Yeah. With our briefcases. And then I think I trip and fall and all the briefcases spill everywhere and I just start laughing.
I think as you fall, I try to catch you. And I think
Drop all the gold.
like I catch you as you're nearing the ground. It's like a slow motion fall, and I catch you in like a very graceful way. And you see at this point, I think I also have a jacket over this thing I was wearing, like a big long jacket. And I think I sort of release a like thing I had set up, and it falls down into a beautiful dress. It's like a very beautiful scene right here, and I'm just sort of brought out of it for a moment. And I say, like, I hold you there, and I say, I wasn't even thinking about it, but this is beautiful.
When this is all done and over, I would like to keep doing business with you, if that's all right.
I think I can see a world where that happens, and I think that world is...
Beautiful.
They just smile.
And then while you're smiling, I take this opportunity to grab the briefcases that you dropped, grab the other briefcases, and try to run away.
I am trying to grab more. I'm trying to grab more, and fucking, I guess, get there ahead of you.
Incredible. Well, we left the ball, so what's happening inside to end things?
If I remember when y'all came in this, the plot was to like have a business empire. You were hoping to raise the status. Violet wanted freedom from the family. And it sounds like y'all's business savviness together, especially as a duo, you're about to have this whole strip.
For sure. It just wasn't the way that you thought you were going to need it.
With the money we just got, and we don't need the title anymore. We don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's beautiful.
That was beautiful. And the reveal, who saw the reveal coming with the jacket into the gown, flowing.
Oh, kind of iconic.
I love Monsieur Beast.
Monsieur Beast.
Thank you, Monsieur Beast.
Boiling point.
Today, I'm giving around 2,000 doubloons to whoever can. All right.
Do you all want a boil point or?
Let's do one more card.
Cool.
It might get us there, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I would love that. A 10 of clubs, perhaps.
I don't remember who this is for. We just did the one where we're late.
Yes,
but I don't remember whose.
I think that was mine. I think this is yours.
Oh,
A distant elderly relative is here, and they've suddenly decided to start telling stories about when you were a child at length. What are they revealing? Is your spouse going to make fun of you immediately after this? What do you have to do to finally get your relative to stop?
A general pitch I'll throw out, just in case we want to bring it in. We haven't seen Amber in the story yet.
Oh,
That's true.
yes.
Your ex.
I don't
Yeah.
gaff about my distant elderly relative. They die on the spot.
Do you want? We could do. Amber comes in and starts telling stories about like.
Yeah.
Because I imagine we were betrothed. We probably did know each other growing up.
Maybe you were even like not
We
quite
were, like-
arranged, but like knew each other a long time. You just said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
You knew
yeah,
each other
yeah.
growing
Yeah.
up.
Like I think we were friendly for sure. Like it was going to be a very reasonable marriage and everything. Does anyone want to be Amber?
Me.
Okay.
And she's with what? Who now?
Simone.
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 I don't know where I came over.
And I think that we're just we're all put together and pious and demure,
But giddy. Looking
but giddy,
forward to
having
the-
a great time.
Fitzy?
Amber,
Oh my
what
god.
a shame that it doesn't seem like you're in the running anymore. But I'm glad to see you're happy. I'm glad. I really am.
Oh my
It
god.
really is so brave to show up.
Yes.
It's nice to see you again. And who might this be?
Farah, Crumpet.
Very. Yes.
No relation.
Well, relation.
Well, I would
but-
hope a
Well,
relation. It's just like you Fitz to be so competitive over the simplest of
I should very
matters.
much like it if you referred to Duke Crumpet as Duke Crumpet.
It's okay.
I should very much appreciate that.
I hope you understand. We grew up together. We've spent a lot of time together. So, how recently did you two meet?
Oh, well, we met.
I've heard very recently.
Oh,
Actually, a whirlwind
was-
romance of sorts around the town.
it kind of was.
And
Hearing the sincerity in that answer, I think Amber's kind of expression will kind of drop a little bit.
And even though the amount of time that we've spent together has been short, I can see the true quality in Fritz, whom I shall refer to as Fritz, as my partner. And I am so glad to have been at the Isle and married to
Yes,
Fritz.
when we walked down the aisle.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
And I
Well-
mean, you're doing so well with Simone.
I am. I'm happy as well. You know, there were times at some point growing up where we try to explain certain games to Fitz, and he just would never understand. It would take so many times to understand, whether it was even as simple as tag or hide and seek. It was very charming, to say the least. So I hope you're teaching him all your chess ways, and I hope Fitzy isn't giving you too much trouble.
I assure you, he has been an outstanding pupil.
Chess is a very, it makes sense. The purpose is clear. It's
Chess and many other things.
yes. Well, Amber, I don't mean to. I mean,
I do.
May I be
I do
frank?
mean to. Yes.
may I be
please.
frank? We will win the Divine Lovers. It's already, we know this, and we're so happy.
Is that so?
I do believe so, but Amber, that's not what I'm here to gloat about. I know that you feel the same because you called off the engagement. A connection between the two of us, it would have been grueling. It would have been boring.
Eyebrow twitching.
No, I'm sure you don't like me. You don't love me. If we had to live together, why we would be miserable. I'm glad that we both were able to find something exciting and new. I think that we both deserve that.
Yes, I would have greatly disliked that. I'm so happy for us. Well, we'll see who really wins the couple this year. all the best. Curtsy and goodbye.
Nice to
Turns
meet you,
around to leave.
Simone.
Yes, I'm here too. I just
You seem like
I'm
a really
sorry.
happy couple.
I actually am.
Aw.
I hope she feels the same.
Okay.
You're worried about it? Damn.
That's all. That takes time.
Sure.
Someone walks away, kind of very meta commenting on the relationship.
Okay, so what? Yeah, should we just pick a boiling point?
Did y'all gain
I'm
affection
feeling-
in that scene?
It gains affection just from it being the 10 of clubs, and it's -1 plot. What does -1 plot do if you have no plot?
Then it gets
Affection. I
Okay,
think,
then we're up
'cause
to
you're
10
losing the plot.
automatically. Yeah.
Incredible.
Okay, so now we both roll a d10. Or
A
Yes.
D8.
D8.
right. I'm everywhere.
Okay.
8.
Okay. I only got a 6.
So it's a difference of 2.
Okay, that's still good.
Same
That's
thing.
still good.
It's the same thing.
Wow. What
Your
if
attraction can no longer be denied.
Simone and Amber actually do win divine couple? That'd be crazy.
No,
No,
boo, boo. No, we totally win. We already got that one.
Okay,
That's in the bag.
yes.
Yeah, but this one doesn't mean that you can't do the plot. And it says consider your other token counts, which I'm going to say our other token counts include that whole situation earlier. Our plot was hella high, and our suspicion is a 1. So our suspicion's really low. I think, Loki, that this is just like, this is our life now.
Can we have it? Will y'all give it to us? Can we have the divine couple?
Yes.
It
We left.
Yeah, they left.
We don't. Doesn't matter to us.
Or you know what? How about this? Then we could vote. We go up to get the divine. Well, no, because it's your thing. I wouldn't
Say
mess
it.
that up. I wouldn't mess it up for you. I thought I was gonna come out and be like, "We've been doing a ruse," but I wouldn't. It's important to you to get back in your family's grace. I would not mess that up for you.
I guess what's the gain of saying it's a ruse? And then it's like, well, is it a ruse?
It's just fun.
You don't
and,
love me?
I think that no. I think
Oh,
that
you're
I would
like,
come
well,
out
look,
and be
I
like,
can be fun.
we're not really that pious. I feel like we shouldn't like win this thing, but I do love my spouse, and maybe we still win because they like us, even if we're not pious. But I don't want to mess.
He
it up
kind of
for
knew
you.
that. Well, the
That's
thing is,
true.
now that we're married and this is looking stable, what I really was looking for was stability. Whether it comes from my family or from you now, who's somebody I feel I've built trust with, and like feels like you're not going to punish me for, if I want to play chess or doing things like my family deems scandalous.
How about this?
So sure, yeah, let's go up there. We'll say yes.
We say stop the count. Stop the count.
I object. The
We have-
piety was false, but
We have something very important to say, and I think I raise a champagne glass because we haven't been drinking because we're so pious. And I say, I think that perhaps none of you recognized the wool being pulled over your eyes. And then I down the champagne and I say, we may not be the most pious couple in the ton, but there is no one else that I would rather be standing up here with. And no one else who I think deserves the label of divine more than my spouse, Farah. But I did not feel that it was right for me to be in false pretenses. I need it to be real. I need it to be true. Farah, you are divine to me. And I'm happy to be standing here with you.
and that's the realest, truest thing to be said in a church to this day. And let's embrace and kiss.
Incredible. Ah,
Give the cameras something to turn away from.
hell yeah.
What do they say? The nuptials?
Yeah, the nuptials.
The consecration? Yes.
Oh.
No, not consummation. I learned that a while ago.
Consecration is
That's
different from
consummation.
consummation.
That.
Yeah, we have not.
I thought y'all had a.
That was when
That
we
was
met, though.
before. That was
Yeah.
before we
That
got
was
fake
before.
married.
That's
So
different.
as an
That's
actual,
different.
yes,
That's different.
Yes.
we will consummate the marriage.
on the stage.
And then Well,
No, we're going home.
Yes.
Oh, I think on our way home, I think I asked if would it be of interest to you. The hallway is rather long. Perhaps I could move my stuff, my clothes into your room or yours into mine.
I feel either of those would be quite agreeable, and I don't see why we have to confine ourselves to the chamber rooms alone. As you said, the hallways.
Well, carriage driver, let's get home faster, please.
Get this to a canter, to a gallop. The hallway has plenty of space, as you said.
Okay, I will tell all the servants that they can take a holiday. Let's go.
Yay!
Running past the carriage, you're two
On foot.
in goth dresses, carrying tons of money.
Aww.
Love is
run up.
beautiful. Love
Had our
wins.
eyes. Love wins!
Love
wins.
wins.
Had our eyes on the prize.
It's great
did.
because part of the
And we
game...
both got prizes.
We did!
Literal ones.
Eyes
Money and a
on the
title.
prize. Money and a title. The final section under the ending the games subheading says, remember to take time after the game to talk and reflect, revisit your favorite scenes, compliment and congratulate each other for the most enjoyable moments, and thank each other for spending time telling stories together, which we will all do in the game episode.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds like a game episode.
Different side of the table.
The table.